Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a poppy update number 3. So I already got 2 other videos of repotting her into a larger pot. So she's still in the same pot, but I wanted to give you a big update because she has grown ginormously and she's huge. So I hope you're ready for my Alocasia elephant ear update. Because yeah, there's a few things you should probably know. I've had some issues, all totally my fault, but I'll go through them in a minute. But anyway, here she is. Okay guys, so here she is. As you can see, she's grown quite a fair few leaves since my last video. So all up, she's got about 8 leaves. The 9th leaf is coming out at the moment. And I'm just so sad to be making this video today because a week ago she was totally fine and all her leaves were super green and super strong. But as you can see, I've got a yellow leaf down the bottom there, and this bottom leaf also is yellowing out. So I'm going to show some photos later on in the video of just her whole journey. I've had her for almost a year now, and so the 2 bottom leaves that are yellowing at the moment, that they are the 2 leaves that I originally bought her with. So she only had those 2 larger leaves and some 2 smaller leaves. So all of these leaves up the top here have been grown in my care. So I'm just absolutely devastated that she's yellowing out. So totally all my fault. So I will have to explain this to you and give you some close-ups as to what's going on, because I still do believe that I'm giving her enough light to essentially carry all the leaves that she has, even the new one that's coming out at the moment. So, okay, here's the background, and I'll give you a close-up, but basically you can't really see this leaf from where you are, but I'll show you some close-ups. Essentially, it started getting brown circles, like they started sort of browning and yellowing around the edging of this leaf. And the reason for that is, I started fertilizing her, and because I have her in a self-watering pot, I think I hadn't flushed her out for quite a few months. So I think it's been 4 months since I'd repotted her, and I was just, watering her and just filling up her reservoir as per normal, and it was working really, really well. But I guess, every couple of months you're supposed to really flush out, I guess, the excess water, because it can sort of build up maybe salts, or like just the fertilizer was just building up at the bottom of the reservoir. So I made the mistake of obviously not doing that, and so she obviously was experiencing fertilizer burn. So you'll understand when I show you the close-ups of what that looks like. So I know that people have issues like this with their Alocasia elephant ear, so I wanted to show you what that looks like so you know what was wrong with yours if it was starting to look like that. So it is fertilizer burn, because once I figured that out, what I did was just fully flushed her out. So I just watered her excessively so that the water in the reservoir would just pour out, and then I would just empty out the reservoir and then refill it with fresh, new water, so that all the salts and all the excess fertilizer was just flushed out. So that basically stopped, the issue with this top leaf with the fertilizer burn. It wasn't sort of creating any more circled halo, brown and yellow dots on the leaves. But, as every plant person, everyone knows this, you get paranoid. So Avia was looking at her every day and just checking, and I was just kind of like, just got really paranoid that she was still experiencing the fertilizer burn. So I think maybe a week or so later, I just out of nowhere decided to like flush her again. But I think I overdid it, and she probably didn't need watering at that time. I think her soil was probably still moist at the time. So basically it turned into me trying to flush her, and then I ended up overwatering her because a day or two later, she basically started yellowing. And there's nothing I can do about it. Like I can't make her soil dry out any faster. Like she's already in a super aerated soil mix. I couldn't give her more sun. Like it is what it is. So I'm just super devastated at the moment that I'm losing 2 leaves. So look, it is debatable, maybe because she's now giving me a new leaf, maybe she's needing more light, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's just from overwatering, because if I look closely at all of her leaves with elephant ears, if they get too much water, they sort of like cry, they drip, like they try and get rid of their excess water, and you'll see them basically sweating out their excess water, and they'll just start dripping at the tips of their leaves. So that is still happening because she's just got too much water. And obviously the yellowing, I'll show you close up, but the yellowing of the leaves, you can just feel, and also you can see close up, if you look closely at the leaves, you can tell that it's really watery and really damp. So it's just got way too much water, like it's just overwatered. So I really can't blame anyone but myself that this has happened, and I'm just really upset. But anyway, she was perfect. Like, I was going to film this video probably like a week ago, and she was perfect. So I'll show you a video and a photo of her holding on to like all of her leaves. And this one hadn't quite come out yet, but she was absolutely perfect. So yeah, I'm really upset that this has happened. But anyway, basically what I'm going to do is, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to let her bottom leaves yellow out, and hopefully no further damage. I'm just going to lose the bottom 2. I'm going to let it yellow out completely, and hopefully let the leaves fall off naturally. The reason why, like I've explained in my first few videos, I don't like to cut off prematurely leaves that are yellowing out, because it's already overwatered. So if I cut the yellowing leaves out, it's just going to attack the next leaf. So I'm trying to save as many leaves as I can and just avoid that. So I'm just going to let it yellow out naturally, and hopefully it will just fall off and I won't lose any more than the bottom 2. But yeah, that's my latest update. Hopefully that was helpful. I'm also going to, I'll probably do a voiceover, but I've looked back on all of my photos. I have some photos and maybe some videos of her journey. I just love her so much. She's obviously my most favorite plant that I have in my collection. So I'm going to show you the journey. It's been about a year, almost a year. It'll be a year in May, so that I've had her, but she's just grown so quick, and I'm going to show you the journey of her growth. And then secondly, I've been taking pictures of this leaf unfurling every day. So I'm just going to keep taking pictures every day, and I'll show you the journey of that as well, just so you can see how long it takes for a leaf to unfurl and when it reaches its maturity, because you'll see that this leaf is not that large yet, but they sort of unfurl that way, and then once they're in their position, they start to sort of get a lot larger. Another thing I've noticed is, since I've repotted her into the larger pot, which was my last update, I managed to get a much larger leaf than what I was getting. So this was the latest leaf, other than this one here. This one is huge. So she's starting to come back to the size of when I originally purchased her. So I only have 3 now, 3 really large leaves, but obviously I'm losing the bottom 2. And these sizes are just sort of like medium. So obviously it came down to me having to repot her into a larger pot. I'm obviously not going to move her position in terms of where she lives at the moment. She's happy there. To be honest, I don't have space anywhere else. Like, she is taking over. She is taking over that room that she's in. So maybe it's not such a bad thing that she's losing her bottom 2 leaves. But anyway, that's the update. And yeah, if you keep on watching, you'll see her journey with me over the last, almost a year, probably 10 months. So anyway, okay, that's the update. Bye, guys. Alright everyone, so you've seen her journey over the last year almost. So we are now in Feb, so I just wanted to show you that she was 8 leaves strong. She's now giving me a 9th leaf there, and obviously because I overwatered her, I'm going to lose the bottom 2, which are yellowing out. But hopefully she continues to grow really well, and as you can see, she's taking over this entire area and this entire room. But love her so much, and I will continue to do poppy update videos. So I've created a playlist for her on the channel so you can watch back. But anyway, hopefully that was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.